So I'm gonna explain to you guys why I highly dislike the medium build in the final. I don't think that the medium build takes any skill at all. Of course, people who main and use the medium build consistently, they're gonna oppose change and progression for a game. That's typically how it goes, or they're gonna defend their class because they're the ones using the class. So for one, you not only are semi tanky, right? But you also have pretty decent mobility with the jump pad and the zip line gun. Now, another thing that needs to be understood about this particular situation is that you are a hybrid between the light build and the medium build within the game, right? You have traits of the light build and the heavy build within the game. The first thing I'm going to talk about is the fucking turret, right? And I think that this needs to be talked about for a reason. They nerfed it slightly to where the health went down to like 280 supposedly or something like that. Don't quote me on that because I think I forgot the patch notes, but I'm pretty sure they did something with the health. Now, I'm going to further elaborate why I think the turret in this game, or the AKA Guardian turret in this game, is completely brain dead, right? It's basically a panic button, right? So let me explain further what I mean by that. There's a lot of times where I've engaged with medium build players in this game, and the first thing that they would actually do is that once they get fucked up, they would call out a turret and then they would try to flank you, or they would just run away, right? Now, here's my problem with the turret. You do not have to manually control the turret where you're semi-handicapping your teammates in the game. Now, this is what leaves me really confused, right? You have one of the most brain-dead specialization abilities in the game, right? That is basically a fourth player on your team, to where you and your teammates can be completely mobile while the turret is sitting in there and doing what the turret does, where it's aimbotting the shit out of people, right? But this is also where the dilemma comes into play, right? You can protect the turret with a bunch of mines, the APS turret, which is basically a trophy system, which I highly dislike the trophy system for the medium builds within this game, and I'm gonna further elaborate what I mean by that, right? I have a glitch grenade as a light build. As the light build, you can actually throw a glitch grenade and disable a lot of mines and certain abilities that the opponents have, which actually makes it to where it's an even playing field. And what I mean by that is that yes, they may have more health than you, but it takes actual gun skill now, because you can't sit there and just, you know, hope to God that your abilities get you out of a bad situation, or your gadgets get you out of a bad situation, right? The problem, right? The problem with this particular situation, just in general, right, is that the APS turret will completely annihilate the glitch grenade. So a trick that you can do is that you can throw it in the vicinity of where that APS turret is, aka trophy system, and more than likely the glitch grenade will destroy the APS turret, as long as it's not within that circle. Now, it is still annoying because you more than likely didn't even hit the turret, and you are susceptible to potential turret gunfire, right? Because you're kind of exposing yourself a little bit because you're trying to get rid of the APS turret. Now, here's the other problem with the APS turret and also the Guardian turret. You are exposing your position because you're trying to destroy the turret, so they can hear your gunfire and they know that there's an enemy within that area. You see where I'm going with this? And for some odd reason, the turret has not been nerfed to where the player has to manually control it, to where it takes a lot more skill and you are semi-handicapping your teammates. That takes more skill, and it shouldn't be easy to shoot. And there also should be a limited amount of ammunition that you actually get with the turret. That takes more skill rather than you just being able, oh, I'm gonna just call it out in this area, surround it with a bunch of mines, while me and my teammates can just casually run around like headless chickens and harass the other team. And about time they get to a certain area where my turret is, the turret's just gonna light them up. And the turret does pretty good damage to them as well. So this is an issue. And the reason why I say this is an issue is because it takes no skill. You're basically on autopilot the moment you use that Guardian turret. And I know this for a fact because I've killed 22 to 25 people with the medium build myself. The highest kill gameplay I've ever gotten in this game was 30 kills, and that was with the light build. And it was strictly gun skill and situational awareness and having pretty good fucking accuracy, right? And having a good reflexes, you know, a good reaction time and all that extra shit, having a decent IQ, knowing when to get in and out of situations, knowing when to engage and stuff like that, you know, because the light build compared to the medium build and the heavy build takes significantly more skill because it's actual gun skill. Yes, you may have a little bit of trickery with your mobility and, you know, you being able to go cloak, but it's strictly gun skill. Majority of the time, I'm seeing a bunch of medium players either living off of stupid shit like this player lived off of stupid shit where I was accurately lighting him up with this MP5 basically, but he's still mobile for some reason. It doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make any sense why they have not looked into the medium build and actually done something about it. It doesn't add up to me. Now, here's the thing. I don't like the defibrillator that the medium build has access to. There have been countless amounts of times as a light build player where I have actually engaged and shot a motherfucker numerous times just for their teammate to just come back after I killed them and I'm trying to retreat and heal, just for their teammate to come back and instantly revive them and completely discredit everything that I just did to earn that gunfight win. Especially if you're going against really experienced opponents, because if you played ranked and you played the regular mode that I'm playing right now, you'll know that it's not very easy to win gunfights in this game because a lot of niggas are super fucking sweaty in this game, right? And to see a motherfucker just casually run over there and ha ha ha, look at me, boom, instantly revive, use the healing beam and heal the motherfucker, it's annoying. Then there's times where you shoot a medium build player and you kill them and their turn and their minds are still activated on the battlefield. Why is it still there? Why am I still being shot by something where the player is literally 100 feet away from, or they're deceased? It doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? Now, I've mentioned something like this back in Apex Legend days when I actually played it and I was diamond ranked, but I was almost a master rank and I was going to keep going, but then I just gave up on it. And so did my friends that I used to play with when it came to Apex Legends, right? I've never been a fan of individuals being able to, you know, use healing items or being able to revive individuals when they're in the process of being shot or there's a team pursuing them. So there's a lot of times where medium build players will have the cojones, basically the balls they say, where they would take it upon themselves to sacrifice themselves damn near to pick up their teammate and heal them a little bit. And I've seen that happen numerous times. I've done it. Not only have I done it, I've seen my teammates do it, and I am not a fan of that. I think it should cancel out your healing animation, and I've said that back in Apex Legends, where you could deplete an individual's shield back in Apex Legends while they're using a shield battery in front of your face at mid-range, and you're accurately hitting them, and they replenish their shield, and then you're put into this certain dilemma where you're like, okay, do I retreat or do I do something about this? And if the player is good enough, and their teammates is around that area, you can tell how bad this is going to end for you. Okay, it's happened to many of players. People cannot deny this. It's happened numerous times. So I definitely think the defibrillator is mad annoying. There was a clip that I had saved where I had killed a medium build player. Another medium build player came out of nowhere. And then when that medium build player came out of nowhere, I threw a glitch grenade at least a couple seconds too late, and he was able to pick up his teammate because I knew for a fact his teammate was over there and he was going to try and revive his teammate, and he did successfully. And I was not happy about that at all because it's very annoying to see individuals be able to do that mid-gun battle, and it just takes no skill in my opinion. Like, you're being shot, and instead of it canceling out your healing animation to where you're forced to engage or retreat with your teammate, or you retreat by yourself and your teammate spawns in by themselves, okay, they just allow you to do it, and it's just kind of annoying. It's one of those things where it's just like all that hard work that you put in, all the damage that nigga inflicted on you, and this nigga can just get instantly revived, get touched with the healing beam, Heaven's Grace, basically, get healed a little bit, and then he's back into the fight instantly. It's just like, dude, what is going on? So like I said, I'm not a fan of like the medium build at all. And then what's crazy about the whole shit just in general is the amount of gadgets that the medium build player has access to. So like, let me further elaborate what I mean by this. The medium build in the game has unbelievable amounts of mines. Also, you can turn your build as a medium build into a walking UAV character. And let me further elaborate what I mean by this. You can use a sonar grenade. You can also use that recon thing, specialization. You also have a tracking dart. Your turret basically tracks people and lets you know that there's enemies in the area. We're exposing our position when you have a mind out, or you have that bullshit out right there, that fucking APS turret or guardian turret. So you have so many different ways to expose an enemy's position as a medium build. It's like you're literally on autopilot. It just takes the right player to show people how dumb the medium build can actually be. One of the individuals that was on the opposing team, because I joined a late game, this nigga had almost 30 kills as a medium build, and a lot of times he was winning those gunfights because he was a medium build. So as a medium build, you literally don't even have to work nearly as hard, and you can tell the difference. I will literally put a challenge out there. Use the light build for a whole week, then go over to the medium build, and then go over to the heavy build, and you let me know if I'm tripping or not. Because I played this game for a very long time, and I don't like criticizing games not unless I've played them for a long time. Okay? I don't like talking about them if I've only played it for a month. I need to be able to play this game for quite some time. I need to get enough experience. I need to max out, because I already maxed out with my rank, and I need to max out, and I need to see for myself whether or not there's some problems here. And the medium build is one of the biggest issues in this game. Of course, the heavy build has their certain issues as well, and I'm not a fan of it, but I'll save that for another video. But the main point that I'm trying to make is that you can tell the difference between using a light build and a medium build or a heavy build. Like the medium build, you not only can fuck up medium builds, you can fuck up light builds. You can actually fuck up heavy builds in this game. I've done it numerous times as a medium build, and I've only used the medium build and the heavy build for a very small duration, literally 3 to 4 games. Another crazy fact that is kind of strange to me, that kind of destroys the light build to a certain degree, is the fact that the medium build can go through the little square cubby holes as if it's a light build, as if you literally are a light build. That doesn't make any sense. If I'm a light build and I can go through that because I'm small, because I know for a fact the heavy build can't go through that, not unless they destroy the building or the wall that I slid through, why is the medium build player able to do that? They shouldn't be able to do that. Like, they literally shouldn't be able to do that. They're literally a jack of all trades. They're literally a wild card in the deck. And it's like, if you get that wild card, you're just like, yeah, we good. We good. Now, I'm not going to say that every medium player is really good, because that would be cap. But I've gone against quite a few of them where it was just like, okay, this is what we're doing. This is mad annoying. Like this is mad annoying. And I'm telling you what I know. Like there have been so many times where I have shot so many medium build players and heavy build players and would literally outgun them. But because I'm using a light build, it's incredibly difficult to kill them. Especially if they're jumping around, they're not easy to hit. It's just, there's so many issues going on here. It's not even funny. And now, as a light build, of course, people are gonna probably make excuses and stuff like that and say, well, what about the light build? What about the light build? What about the light build? I would love to hear the excuses for the light build. What about the cloaking? First of all, you know how many counters that the light build has access to in this game compared to the other two builds? Like, dude, you literally not only can be countered for going cloak, you definitely can be countered if you're using evasive dash. So you have to deal with sonar grenades. Even if you're cloaked, it still exposes your position. Look, if you use the evasive, look, if you use the evasive dash, you kind of fucked yourself to a certain degree. And I'm gonna further elaborate what I mean by this. I'm not saying that it's not possible to use it, but I prefer using a sniper rifle. Sometimes I'll try to play aggressive every now and again with the SMG that I'm using right now, because I definitely think the shotgun in this game, when it comes to going against, you know, medium builds and heavy builds, are completely ass. Like, against a light build, the shotgun seems to do pretty good. But when it comes to a heavy build or a medium build, the shotgun is just ass. Like, I see people on YouTube Shorts overhyping it. I see this one YouTuber, he's lying and capping and making excuses. And then the crazy part is like, the best shotgun in the game is the model 1887, which, what build has that? Literally the medium build. You can shoot somebody from mid-range and do significant amount of damage, and you have 6 bullets in a clip. You have a stubble, which makes your accuracy significantly better. Like, dude, they need to do something about the medium build in the game. Also, you have access to a fucking grenade launcher. Like, why? This game is crazy.